Great morning. Coming from Big Deal. How do we stoop so low podcast? I want to talk to y'all and ask y'all a few questions. And the main question I want to ask is, how do we stoop so low? You know, I'm starting this podcast. I'm going through different things, and I've been watching the internet. I've been watching a few people's views and how they view things and how they going, and how they look at things. But my question is to the fan and to our culture. You know, what do we do and how do we put a stop to what's going on in our culture and bring our culture back to its normal form of being great, successful, beautiful people as a culture? How do we stop it? And we created it. You understand what I'm saying? And I talk about the documentary so much because it means so much to me, because I feel that it's necessary that we prove that this whole drill culture actually killed our culture. You understand what I'm saying? That's why the documentary is named Drill Killed Our Culture. And I'm gonna lay this foundation down to it, to where is that I want us to understand. As when I say us, I'm saying us like as our culture. I mainly like to talk a lot to our young kings and queens, because a lot of us that are older, we get it and we understand, but we are so quiet. We sit dormant about so many situations that goes on in the city that I believe we should frown upon, but we don't. We just jump and go with the trend because we have become in the fact of where's that we dormant, and dormant means we sleep, or you in a hazardous form, or dormant could be like dead or whatever the case may be. But we too dormant about too many situations that actually killed our culture, and we steady let it go on as a trend. You know, so many people have, you know, I look at that, I thought that could been a real influence, either goes with the trend or they sit on their hands and just be quiet. But if anybody really know me, they know that I always been one to stand alone, or I stand with a few. I never drawed off numbers. I don't go off numbers. Like even on here, I'm not gonna do nothing to assassinate my character or go against nothing that I believe in. Like I could easily slap a video up where somebody shooting or somebody killing, or I could easily sit here and talk about, you know, how my child passed. You understand what I'm saying? Or how he died, or I could talk about the situation, or I could talk about, you know, these different individuals that was painted in the picture as being quote unquote killers or assassins. I could pour fuel on that and blow that up. But me coming from as a parent, from a parent point of view, or losing a loved one, that you sit on that front row, that's nothing that you want to keep reliving. You want to glorify. You know, I don't want to glorify nobody's death or passing, because at any given time, I don't think nobody is ready to die, or I don't think none of those guys wanted to actually leave here. They didn't think or calculate them making this move or them doing this was gonna cause them to leave this world. So I don't think that it, you know, it's not gonna be glorified from my point of view. That's what I mean by when I say I can only tell you and show you how they live. Because me coming from losing my child, I don't want to keep reviewing that. I don't want to keep hearing nobody reviewing what they think happened with my child, or what happened with my child, or what happened with another woman's child. You know what I'm saying? It was two people that was lost. You know, when my son, I lost my son and his friend. You understand what I'm saying? It's like all his friends was was like my kids because they were around me, and anything that I steal from mine, I'm going to steal for yours because that's how I was taught. That's how I was brought up. But I don't want to stray away from what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, could y'all really answer the question about what's the difference between drill music and rap music? See, that's where the difference cross and it split. And that's where the killing come in with our culture. Because what's so different if Jay-Z rapping, you understand what I'm saying, and a drill artist is rapping, why is Jay-Z music considered rap and our culture and our music is considered drill? Why is that? Y'all don't think it's a method to that madness? Because Jay-Z, when he rap, is it that he's talking about uplifting things that might be illegal, but it's still in the way of creating finance to where you can live a better life? Is that the difference from drill? Because drill rap, all they talking about is ops, killing people, shooting up the block, sliding on somebody, or whatever they want to call it. So they want to paint that as drill as a negative vibe. I mean, I ain't gonna say what you could say vibe because with verb, what I say, but is they want to say that drill is just negative, and when my favorite artist rap, it's rap, or did they use drill as a way of a driving force to do what it's doing now, killing our culture? And if you look at it, and that's why, like I said, it goes back to the documentary, drill was not about killing. Drill was about the same thing that Jay-Z was rapping about. Partying, slick cars, women, drinking the finest wine or alcohol or champagne, getting your clothes game up, getting your jewelry game up, just bettering your life. And they threw the salt and threw the one ball in the ring, bam. So when they throw the one ball in the ring, now everybody fighting for the ball. Then they put the money behind it. You understand what I'm saying? Now people looking at it like, okay, it's a way out. We ain't rapping no more. We ain't looking for talent. We ain't gonna do talent no more. We gonna strictly do, we're gonna kill this nigga, got a problem with this nigga, we're gonna drop this nigga, we're gonna pop this nigga, we're gonna rock this nigga. Man, everybody's song sound the same. We're gonna kill this nigga, we're gonna drop this nigga, we're gonna rock this nigga, we're gonna rock this nigga. Come on, man. You know, come on. How could we stoop so low? And then it's like, we got people that's making millions of dollars off the death of our kids, the death of our people, the death of our culture. Millions of dollars off of this. And remember, we own nothing. We own not a part of it. We don't own the publishing. We don't own the streaming. We don't own the cemeteries. We don't own the funeral homes. Come on, man. But yet and still we fuel this. How? If we keep pushing the ways and the act of what happened before, it will continue to happen. If we keep glorifying killing, shooting, stealing, destruction, it's gonna continue to happen. Because this is what our culture is feeding off of. Our kids, we not giving our kids nothing to look at far as positive and giving them a positive note of hope. I could get on here. I can get on here. Yesterday I got on here and I kind of talked about my past, and I almost went super into my past, but I frowned upon my past. You understand what I'm saying? I could glorify, man, because when it comes to a street dude, oh man, I was one of them dudes. But that's not the image that I want to put out here for our culture. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not so much, I'm not ashamed of it, don't get me wrong, because at the time I did what I had to do. And I thought it was the right way. At the time I felt like it was the only choice that I had. But now working a job and changing my life for these last 11 years, it put me in a balance beam to where it's that I feel like, man, only if I could have caught this a little earlier to know how good it feels, and just to know it's so underrated. It's so underrated that people underrate the fact that it's cool to get up in the morning and your wife got you breakfast waiting. You jump in the shower, put your clothes on, you go to work. You go to work for 8 hours. You helping people. You getting things accomplished. And then to be able to come home and actually kick your shoes off and let your lazy boy back and turn your TV on and eat your dinner with your family, to understand the true blessing of that in itself, it's so underrated. You know, man, when I was young, I was 13, 14 years old, I wanted it, I just wanted it so fast. You know, I lost my mama when I was 12. 13, I jumped off the porch. 14, 15, 16, own car, own apartment. I'm in the club, and if you travel Chicago or you was in Chicago, back then some of the main clubs where the basketball players was at was Heroes, it was downtown, Chick Rick's. Before it was E2, it was the Click, if I'm not mistaken. And y'all could chime in the name of a few more of the clubs. But I was 16, you know, with a bag of money. You know, I was black folks rich, you know what I mean? Bag of money, own car, own apartment. You couldn't tell me nothing. You know, paid my way through the club. Wasn't no such thing as I couldn't get in. Wasn't no ID, and wasn't no searching me. So I might have been in the club with a vest on at 16, 2 guns, sweating like crazy, because the vest got you hot as I don't know what. You sweating like crazy. And it's like, I look back at those days and I used to be like, man, it was glorifying to me. But now, man, me working this job, coming home, and enjoying life, man, I thank God, man, that he allowed me to see both sides. You understand what I'm saying? And I take the working side for all the money in the world. Because don't get me wrong, I'm not a hypocrite for the problems that I caused, and I did enjoy myself. Even then, I helped a lot of people. But the worries and the gray hairs that it gave me, it wasn't worth it. And the loss that I took, like nah, you know, my heart bad from all the stress and all the trauma and not taking care of myself the right way. Because you living, you party, you ain't thinking. So that's the thing that I want to get back. I want to give back to the point to correct the things that I know that I destroyed. and the things that I messed up. So it's like, if God gave me a chance, I want to correct it. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I choose not to get on here and glorify the things that people look for in this blood sport. You ain't gonna get that from me. I can't do it. And I won't be on here talking about how these individuals died, or how I interact with them, and if it was violent or whatever the case may be. Because one thing I do know, they parents are watching. That's like I was watching, and I heard people paint pictures of my son, or paint pictures of scenarios of what they think happened. It pushed me to this platform. That's another reason why I'm on here, because I'm against it. But I just want to paint another picture of these kids that was so misunderstood. And people want to paint this picture of saying that they was killers and they was this and that. No, they was playing the cards that was dealt to them. They wanted out. They wanted a better life. And they saw that was the way to get it. That was the way to get notification. That was the way to get glorified. So they took that route. And it ended up not working for them. See what a lot of people don't understand is, I get it. I get it that I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm not going to get on here and say that I'm Kaiser Sosa, or I'm no cold dude, or I'm just this cold, invincible dude. I'm not going to get on here and say I'm hard body and all them other crazy things that people say. I'm not going to say or do none of that. I'm going to give it to you real and raw. I'm blessed. I'm blessed by God, Allah. It's the same person, man. Whatever you want to call him, Allah, God. I'm blessed by them. I know this. I'm not tricked. I'm not crazy about that. I'm not gonna say I'm no cold killer. I'm not none of that. I'm not no chump. I'm not none of that. But I do understand and accept the fact that I'm blessed. Man, listen, I'm blessed. So if I could give back and give people their flowers while they're here, like I post a lot of pictures with them, because I have pictures with them, and you see while they in pictures with me and they doing around me and how they interact, look how happy they are. Look how they play. Look how they play with each other. Look how they enjoy life. Look how they enjoy it and the air that we breathe and we take in. You see, I don't have no negative videos or pictures where, or I don't capture none of that. They don't do that when they with me, because that's not what I taught them, and that's not what they seen with me. You understand what I'm saying? Trust me, in my history, we fought like cats and dogs. Like cats and dogs, and y'all gonna see. Y'all will see that. We fought like cats and dogs. But at the same time, y'all gonna see how we changed. We brought it back. We came and we knew. We knew what was going on. So we figured out the fact that we were being pimped. We were being pimped by other people with egos. And I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to bring my guests on, like I said. But I want my platform to be right. I want the time to be right. Because I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this to chase clout. I'm not doing this to boost myself up or make myself feel good. I'm doing this. I want a real message. I want a real change. I want change for our people. I want change for our culture. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm going to take my time. I'm going to be slow with it. I'm not finna rush and come, because no, I'm not a reporter. I'm not a street reporter. I'm not a crime chaser. I'm not none of those things. And I'm not saying that I'm knocking nobody or I'm talking about nobody. I'm just not doing that. That's not what I am. I want to be a credible messenger, and I want to reach our young kings and queens, because it's their time. They are our future. And I want them to understand that they are in the car. They are in full control of what's going on in the world today. They need to wake up and understand that and realize that. And we need to stop stooping so low. Stop looking for the answer at the end of a gun. We ain't gonna find it there. Only thing we gonna find is blood, tears, and trauma. Let's change it up, man. At the end of the day, how can we stoop so low? Till next time, peace.